Hey everyone, this is Katie from Katie Tutors Math. Today we're going to work on dividing and simplifying complex fractions. This is typically a pre-calculus topic. We have 3 fractions we're going to work on today. Here's our first one. So we have this big massive compound fraction here, and we're going to break this up and we're going to say this is the same as 7x over 2x plus 1 divided by x over 2x plus 1. So we're going to make this look like that. And this is going to be our goal every time we're dealing with these fractions. When we have a compound fraction, we want the top to be just a single fraction and the bottom to be just a single fraction. When we have that, we can simply write this as a division problem. And we know how to divide fractions, right? We flip the second one and we multiply. So this will be 7x over 2x plus 1 times, flip the second one, 2x plus 1 over x. We can multiply, we'll get 7x times 2x plus 1 all over 2x plus 1 times x. At this point, we can look at it, we can see if we can simplify. They both have a 2x plus 1 as a factor, so we can cancel that out. They also both have an x as a factor, so we can cancel that out as well. And we're left with just 7. Easy enough, right? If you were wondering, you could also cancel out those factors earlier in the problem. So we could have canceled the 2x plus 1 and the x is there. We would have gotten 7 as well. All right, let's do a problem that's a little bit more challenging. In this problem, we have 1 over x minus 1 plus 1 on the top. So we don't just have a fraction here in the top. We have a fraction plus a number. So before we can do the trick we did last time where we take them apart, flip it, divide it, etc., we need to make this top part just one fraction. So this is essentially adding 2 fractions together. The 1 is the same as 1 over 1. Okay, we know how to add 2 fractions together, right? We need to get a common denominator. So our common denominator for this top will be x minus 1. So let's rewrite that. So we'll have 1 over x minus 1, and then for this 1, to make that into a fraction with x minus 1 in the denominator, I will multiply the top and the bottom by x minus 1. So I'll end up with x minus 1 over x minus 1. The bottom of my big fraction is going to stay the same. I'll have 1 over x minus 1. All right, let's keep going. So this top part now is the same denominator, so we can now put the numerators together. So we'll have 1 plus x minus 1 over x minus 1, and then the bottom of our big fraction will be 1 over x minus 1. All right, we can simplify this top part here. So 1 plus x minus 1, the 1s will cancel out, so we just have x over x minus 1 all over 1 over x minus 1. And once we're at this point, I look at it and I realize I just have 2 fractions now. So we can pretend we're dividing and flip the second fraction to multiply. So this will be x over x minus 1 times, I'll flip this second fraction, do the inverse of it. So we'll have x minus 1 over 1. If we multiply these, we'll get x times x minus 1 over x minus 1 times 1. This is a case in which we don't want to distribute the x here, because we're going to see if we have any common factors that we can cancel out. And we do. We have x minus 1 on both the top and the bottom, so we can cancel that out. And we're left with just x over 1, which is the same as x. So that big thing on the top, we just simplified that all the way down to x. One more problem here. All right, so this one looks even a little bit more complicated than the last one. 1 over a plus 1 over b all over 1 over a minus 1 over b. So we're just going to keep doing the same strategy. We're going to try to get it to be just 1 fraction on the top and 1 fraction on the bottom. So we'll do this by finding a common denominator again, since we're adding these fractions together. So my common denominator on this top part will be ab. AB. So this first fraction, to get that to have a denominator of AB, I need to multiply it by b. So we'll be multiplying the top by b and the bottom by b. So I'll get b on the top. The second fraction, to get AB, I need to multiply this by A. So we'll do times A on the top and the bottom. So I get A on the top and AB on the bottom. Excellent. All right, let's look at the denominator of our big fraction. We have 1 over A minus 1 over B. Common denominator here is also going to be AB. So I'll have AB minus AB. This first fraction, 1 over A, to get that to equal AB, we'll multiply by B. So B on the top. The second fraction, we have a B on the bottom. So to get that to be AB, we'll multiply by A. This is looking pretty similar to the top, huh? All right, so we have A on the top. Okay, let's combine these fractions. So the top, we have our common denominator. So this on the top is going to be B plus A over AB, all over B minus A over AB. Look at what we got now. We have two fractions dividing by each other. We just have one fraction on the top, one fraction on the bottom. Once we get to this point, we can treat this just like a division problem, dividing fractions. So we'll write the first fraction, B plus A over AB. We're dividing it by the second fraction. So to do that, we're going to flip it and multiply. So we'll put AB on top and B minus A on the bottom. We will multiply these. I can see that I'm going to have a common factor, this AB. So I'm going to cross that out right now. And I'm going to end up with B plus A over B minus A. Excellent. We just did dividing and simplifying complex fractions. Thank you for working with me today. If you are looking for individual help, head over to katietutorsmath.com. Have a great day.